The lights of Riyadh's King Fahd International Stadium glimmered like diamonds under the night sky. Tens of thousands of fans filled the arena, their chants echoing across the desert air as WWE presented its annual Crown Jewel Premium Live event. The card was stacked with blockbuster matches, but nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared the WWE Universe for the betrayal that unfolded before their eyes. In what was supposed to be a defining moment in his career, Seth freaking Rollins found himself standing in the middle of the ring, staring at a man he once trusted, Paul Heyman. The same Heyman who had stood beside him through thick and thin over recent months, guiding him with promises of strategy, legacy, and championship glory. But in one heart-stopping instant, that trust was shattered when Heyman turned his back on Rollins and shockingly aligned himself once again with the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. The unthinkable alliance restored. As Rollins battled his opponent, a brutal back-and-forth contest that showcased his usual mix of athleticism and precision, Paul Heyman stood ringside, shouting orders and encouragement. For weeks, Heyman had promised to lead Rollins to a new era of dominance. Many fans were skeptical. After all, this was the same man who had once managed Brock Lesnar to some of the most destructive championship reigns in WWE history. But Rollins believed in him, perhaps out of ambition, perhaps out of pride. Then came the moment that changed everything. Just as Rollins seemed poised to score the victory, the crowd erupted in disbelief as Brock Lesnar's music hit. The arena shook. The Beast marched down the ramp, eyes locked on the ring. Rollins froze, a mix of confusion and fury in his face. Heyman's expression, however, said it all, a sly grin curling at the corners of his mouth. Seconds later, the betrayal was complete. Lesnar stormed into the ring and delivered a thunderous F5 to Rollins, leaving him motionless in the center. And as the dust settled, Paul Heyman, the man who had once been in Rollins' corner, walked over to Lesnar, extending his hand. The crowd gasped. The handshake confirmed it. Paul Heyman had reunited with Brock Lesnar. The aftermath. Rollins left broken and betrayed. When the cameras cut backstage moments later, Seth Rollins was seen staggering through the hallway, clutching his ribs, blood on his lip, fury in his eyes. The usually flamboyant, confident, visionary looked like a man who had been gutted from the inside. He didn't need to speak for fans to feel the pain radiating off him. This wasn't just another rivalry or another loss. This was personal. Paul Heyman was supposed to be different this time, Rollins would later say in a digital exclusive interview after the show. He told me I was the future, that I was the one man who could outthink and outfight Brock Lesnar. And then, when I least expected it, he proved he was exactly who everyone warned me he was. A snake. Those words hit hard. Rollins' voice cracked with anger, but underneath it all was something deeper. Heartbreak. A complicated history comes full circle. The betrayal was shocking, but for longtime fans, it also carried a twisted sense of history. Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar's paths have crossed countless times before, most famously at WrestleMania 31, when Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract mid-match to steal the WWE Championship from both Lesnar and Roman Reigns. That moment instantly turned Rollins into a main event star and forever placed a target on his back. Lesnar never forgot. Over the years, their rivalry defined several eras of WWE. From Rollins slaying the Beast at WrestleMania 35 to surviving Lesnar's brutal assaults on multiple pay-per-views, their battles became the stuff of legend. And now, with Paul Heyman back by Lesnar's side, it feels like those old wounds have been torn open once again. Rollins' raw emotion speaks volumes. After Crown Jewel went off the air, exclusive footage surfaced showing Rollins sitting alone in the locker room, head in his hands. His usual laughter, the maniacal, confident chuckle fans have come to know, was gone. For once, Seth Rollins wasn't freaking. He was human. Trust, he muttered quietly. That's the problem with trust in this business. You think you found someone who understands your vision, and then they sell you out for power. He looked up at the camera, eyes red but determined. Heyman made his choice. Lesnar made his move. But I promise you this. This isn't the end. If they think the visionary is done, they've made the biggest mistake of their lives. The words felt less like a promo and more like a vow. Fans react, a mixture of shock and sympathy. Social media exploded as soon as the betrayal happened. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, with reactions. Heyman turned on Rollins again. Didn't see that coming. Brock and Heyman back together. Pure chaos incoming. Seth deserves so much better than this. Clips of the handshake between Heyman and Lesnar went viral within minutes, racking up millions of views. WWE's official YouTube channel labeled it one of the most shocking moments in Crown Jewel history. Even longtime wrestling veterans chimed in. Some praised the storytelling. Others warned that Rollins' next move could define the rest of his career. The fallout. What comes next for Rollins? By the time Monday Night Raw rolled around the next week, fans were buzzing with anticipation. Would Rollins seek revenge? Would he crumble under the betrayal? Or would this ignite an even darker side of him? Something the WWE Universe hasn't seen before? Insiders have reported that Rollins has been furious behind the scenes, pushing for a match with Lesnar at Survivor Series or Royal Rumble 2026. While nothing is confirmed, it's clear this story is far from over. If history has taught us anything, it's that Seth Rollins never stays down for long. Every betrayal, every loss, every setback has only fueled his evolution. From the architect to the visionary, Rollins has built his entire career on reinvention, and this latest betrayal may push him to his most dangerous version yet. Heyman and Lesnar, back where it all began. For Paul Heyman, the reunion with Brock Lesnar feels like a return to familiar territory. The two have always shared a near-mythic bond, a ruthless partnership built on dominance, manipulation, and control. Their handshake at Crown Jewel wasn't just symbolic, it was a declaration of war. With Heyman once again whispering strategies into Lesnar's ear, the WWE landscape just got a lot more unpredictable.